Good afternoon, everybody, on this cold, wintry, snowy day in Monmouth and Ocean County. Wrapping up soccer season with my final interview before podcast before I switch over to basketball later today. I have junior Samantha Price from Manasquan, all shore defender. Sam, thank you for taking time out today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
For another good season for you, all shore team. Unfortunately, didn't end the way you would want. How's your injury? How are you recovering from your injury?
So I'm currently in PT, so that's going pretty well for me. It looks like I'll be back to playing like early January, so pretty soon here. But yeah, it was middle of the season, like bad timing.
What was the injuries to people that don't know?
So I broke my foot. It's called like the fifth metatarsal or something. I don't really know the technical term for it. So I broke a bone there. And yeah, I had to be in a boot for 2 months.
Yeah, like you said, bad timing right before postseason
Mhm.
started, and Manasquan was playing very good soccer, and they had to adjust some the lineup around, but they look good against Raritan, and
Mhm.
Cinnamin's just a very good
Yeah.
program down there. I mean, they're good every year, so good. Hopefully, he'll be back out there soon. It sounds like. Before you got hurt, how did you think the season was going?
I think we were going strong. I mean, every team always has a rocky beginning because you're just getting back into the swing of things and new freshmen too. But yeah, I think we were going pretty strong. I think we did good for ourselves in short conference. We had a great win against Wool. That was super fun. And yeah, and right before states. Yep.
Now, one player that kind of came out of nowhere because she didn't play last season for you girl was Madeline in goal.
Yeah.
I had her on my first team all sure. She was impressive games I went to. Opposing coaches told me how impressive she was. So it was second year in a row. Somebody kind of came out, and last year I had Manchester Buckley as my goalie of the year, and she kind of came out of nowhere, and Madeline came out of what does it say about her, mentality, being able to step in first year starter and the performances that she put in against some of the best teams?
hmm I mean, she was great this season. We definitely wouldn't have gotten to where we got to without her. She was very just big point on the team. She made every good game. But I think she struggled. Well, she didn't struggle, but I bet you that it was a little hard for her coming in, like just being sophomore in general, who's starting in that. I feel like it's pretty intimidating. But I she did great. I mean, we all as a team, like we love to support each other and stuff. So that was probably helped, but she had a great season.
Now, you being a defender, what do you try to do to get your chemistry? It doesn't even have to be with Madeline. You could be years before too. What do you try to do to get your chemistry, with the goalie? Like, what are some things, and that the communication is there between the goalie and the defenders?
I mean, honestly, I think it all starts in practice and preseason and stuff like that, just because you can't really, it's hard to get chemistry going during a game. And so I always like to just get things going, maybe run some captain's practices over the summer, just get everyone on the team, like not even just defenders, but everyone working together so that we can come out stronger in the beginning of the season.
Now, this was your junior year. I like to ask this question. What is something you really wanted to improve on when you were going into this past season?
I really wanted to improve on just like getting the attack more involved too, because I know we did lose from my freshman year. After my freshman year, we lost a lot of seniors who
Yeah.
played in the attack. And so my goal was to just like get the ball up the field more because we are a very like possessive team and we do like to play it around in the back a lot. So I just wanted to get the ball up the field more. I wanted to get the offense more involved so that way we could score more goals.
We could stick with this little longer. So your aunt's the coach, correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
And so how is it playing for like a family member
It's
under
like
a family?
I mean, it was a little weird at first, freshman year, just because I mean, I'd never really like been with her in that type of setting before. Um, but after that, I mean, it's not like as weird as you think it would be. It's like pretty natural.
What you say, the job she's done with the program, because let's if it, 4 or 5 years ago, Manasquan really, wasn't talked of, it was always girls basketball at
Mhm.
Manasquan, and now the girls soccer program's been consistently up there, hovering in the top 10 the last few years. What's it say the job, she's done with this program to get it into that consistent level?
Mhm. I think, well, I can't really speak for when I wasn't here, but I know that when I did come to the team, it was a very strong team, and so I know that that had came from the year previous, and so I
Mhm.
just think she's really like brought the team together, and her and Coach Christie as well. Yeah, I mean, freshman year we had it was a really strong like year for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you had a lot of strong seniors that year, and then last year was a little rebuild, but you still had, Mascot had a very strong season last year too,
Mhm.
and only a couple seniors this year. So we'll talk about next year a little later on. Now, how is it to have a national team, former national team player as one of the coaches? How big an advantage does that
I
help?
mean, it's a huge advantage. Like everyone it benefits everyone on the team and she's great advice. She's great to go to, even just to talk.
Yeah,
Both my coaches are. And yeah, they create a really good team chemistry. Like they motivate us at practice, but we also have fun and it's not all business, business, business. Like they also remind us to have fun too, which is really nice.
yeah, that's key, and that's why high school sports are the best.
Yeah.
Now, one game we have to talk about this year is the Manalapan game, the regular season game. Coach Rogers over there, he commented to me after the game, obviously about Madeline, how great a job she did, but your name also came up in that conversation. He only knew you by number, but he said you were pretty much all over the place. What does it mean, to be able to perform like that? I mean, Alpin was clearly the best team in the shore, but and you were the only team, Mascom was the only team to take them to the brink during the regular season. What did that mean to the team, and did that you think that helped lift the confidence going forward?
Yeah, 1000%. I mean, and it was super, not super, but it was pretty early on in the season too. So it was a huge confidence boost for everyone. And we were kind of just thinking like, we like have a shot, like we can do this.
Do you think playing in that Division 2 helps the team long term? Playing it, every game is a tough game.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big transition from my freshman to sophomore year, going from like a lesser league or lesser division to the one that we're in now. But I think it like pushed us to just try to be the best and like keep our name up there and know that we do belong where we are.
Yeah, it's great. I like that. I like the way it's done too, because there's not going to be any days off, so your mind's not going to lose focus. You got to come in there
Mhm.
ready to go, instead of the way it used to be. You might have a game. Oh, this is going to be a 6-0 game, and it'll get a little like. So I'm kind of a fan the way they have it set up. I know not everyone is, but whatever. All right, let's rewind. How old were you when you first started playing soccer?
I was younger than I can even remember. I mean, like it was also just like rec league and stuff like that. But I first started playing soccer when I lived in New York.
Okay.
I lived in West Point actually because my
Oh,
dad taught there and he went there. So yeah, just rec league and stuff like that. And then I played for the elementary school, then moved here, and then I started at Cedar Stars. And then it's a little confusing, but my whole team moved to Match Fit, like as a team. So yeah, that's where I am now.
okay. When did your family move to New Jersey?
We moved to New Jersey in the third grade after my
Mhm.
dad retired.
Okay. Now, did the coach go with you to Match Fit too?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, that just happened with the 2013s and Cedar Stars. They all went to PDA Shore because they got the
Okay.
ECNL NL, and
Yeah.
I'm told that I'm not just told, I've seen it. The NL and RL teams that came over from this, the seventh grade class is very strong right now. So in another 2 years, those freshmen are, they're going to be all over the shore, and it's a very
Mhm.
strong class, so that'll be good for the shore. Did you play any other sports when you were younger?
Not anything serious. I played basketball, but I never really was super into it, and softball too, but same thing. It just didn't really stick for me.
What was it about soccer that, you stuck with it and that's what you ended up loving?
It's really just like the love for the sport. I can't really explain it. I just have always liked it's always just been such a huge part of my life, and I've just always really enjoyed playing it.
Who's your favorite player to watch?
My favorite player to watch is Crystal Dunn, just because she's always been someone who I really looked up to and like just her style of play. So yeah.
Now, back to high school, you coming in as a freshman, and you already talked about how freshman sophomore could be a little nerve-wracking. What were some goals you set for yourself when you came in as a freshman?
I really just wanted to prove myself, and obviously I was very nervous about like, oh, am I gonna make varsity? All of that. So, and with the coach being my aunt too, I felt like I really had something to prove and like to show that I was meant to be there and like deserved to be there. And yeah, so I really worked hard during preseason. I really like just wanted to be a good teammate and wanted to be there for my teammates and just kind of be a leader.
Hang on, I'm just pulling up stats real quick.
Okay.
There we go. Come on. Oh, don't want to open. There we go. So your freshman year, was that the year?
I think it was 2023.
Yeah, you beat Manal. Yeah, I remember the Manalapan game.
Yeah.
Um, so that was the year they made the semis, right?
Yes,
The
yeah.
short conference. What did that? First of all, as a freshman, I think it was the first time in school history too.
Yeah.
How did it feel just to be a part of something like that?
I mean, it was great, and it just, like, kind of made my love for the sport even more because that being freshman year, I was just very excited for the next 4 years to come and to see what else we could do.
Now you had to beat Manalapan again,
Mhm.
and they were the number one seed that year. Um, Overtime game, and how just talk about just playing in a game like that. Never mind the result, but you got the top team, and you're taking them to overtime, and winner goes home. I mean, loser goes home. Winner keeps going. Just how is it, playing in an atmosphere like that?
It you could, like, feel the pressure in the air. I mean, it was, like, palpable. And even the team, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, everyone was pretty nervous going into that game, but we just had to like convert our nerves into like wanting to get out there and wanting to play. And that game, like that's one of my most favorite games that I've played in my career.
Another defender, Riley Rampone. What your
Mhm.
freshman year? What were some things you were able to learn from her that year?
I was really, I mean, she kind of took me under her wing since like preseason. And coming in as a freshman, I was super nervous, like, especially of the seniors because they're older and all of that. But she was super welcoming and not even on the field. Something that I've learned from her was just like how to be that person for other incoming freshmen, which I hope that I was. And like my senior year, especially, like just wanting to like be a leader and welcome everyone in because she definitely made my experience on the team so much better.
That was going to be one of my next questions is, what are some things you hope you were able to pass down to the incoming freshmen, the underclassmen you currently got
Mhm.
in the program?
I mean, yeah, the seniors, all of the seniors that year were just so welcoming and they really just made me feel like okay to be a part of the team. And it was super fun environment. So that's really what I'm trying to pass down. I just want to be a leader and be that person for incoming freshmen who might be nervous as well.
How big is chemistry, off the field as well? You could see, took Manalvin to the limit, and they had no weaknesses on that team, but chemistry could outplay talent. I feel sometimes. How big is that? Do you think?
I think it's huge. I mean, you can't really, if you put a bunch of random people together on a team, they might lose to like a lesser team just because they don't know each other, they don't know how to play with each other, and they're also like not really friends. So our biggest thing has been like preseason and getting the team going out together and just like having fun. Like we had so many pasta parties. We went to the beach together when it was nice. Like it was just we all tried to make plans together, and I think that really helped us execute our good season.
Now, your sophomore year, you had a lot of seniors graduated, um, but you still had a strong season. I mean, 9-9, but you were in the top. You just moved to Class A North that year. Um, and right off the bat, your team kind of shocks Freehold. Talk about that game and talk about that goal.
I mean, that game was that was crazy too. I feel like we've always had such big games in our the beginning of our season that like really just make memories for us. But that game was the pressure is definitely there. I mean, I felt it taking that. um, but yeah, I don't
Now,
know.
short conference tournament lost in a shootout to Marlboro.
Mhm.
How tough is it to? First of all, I hate shootouts in the postseason, especially in states when it ends at seniors careers end on shootout. But I get it. There's no other way. But how disappointed was it? Being eliminated in a shootout.
It was pretty disappointing. I mean, it's always gonna be. I'm personally not a fan of PKs either, just because I feel like there's, I don't know, the best team like should be able to win, and PKs can kind of go either way.
Hmm.
But it's funny because the goalie was actually my teammate,
Jordan.
and so yeah, and so I was nervous going against her because in practice we always take PKs against each other, and so I didn't know if she knew which way I was gonna go. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was super disappointing. I remember after that game, all the seniors very emotional, and it was just, I mean, yeah, but what else can you do?
Hmm. Now, next year, your senior year, do you have any personal goals you have?
I think my personal goal is kind of just what I've said already, just wanting to be a leader for the underclassmen and the incoming freshmen who I like see myself in because I've been in their shoes before. And I really just want to take what the seniors taught me my freshman year and pass it on down.
Um, Now, one senior. I mean, you got a couple seniors, but Jordan, basketball
Mhm.
player. What did it say about her ability? I had her on my third team all sure. She, great basketball player and great soccer player. Her ability to be able to I really noticed it in the Raritan game. She was trying so hard to get get that goal.
Yeah.
She had a couple assists, and she was just missing inches everywhere. And then the goalie, the backup goalie, had a really good game for Raritan. It could have been 15-0 if it wasn't for her. But what did Jordan mean to the team?
She meant a lot, and it's really going to be a huge loss for us next year just because we've always struggled in the final third, and that's not blaming anyone, that's us as a whole. That's just been our weakness. But yeah, so we're definitely going to miss her. She's very strong on the ball. She has a great foot, and she did score a lot of our goals this year.
All right, you ready for a little rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite TV show?
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I never heard of that. Okay. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh, I'm gonna go with Home Alone because it's Christmas time.
Yes, yes. Your favorite school subject?
I really like ELA.
What favorite number?
7.
7. I noticed in your email, that's why I asked that. Um, Favorite thing to do when you're not practicing and doing schoolwork?
If it's a summer, I really like to go to the beach or when it's not the summer, I'll probably just hang out with my friends.
What do you have a favorite team? Any sport?
Um,
Could be any
my
sport.
favorite team for soccer is probably San Diego. I went to see them once. It was really fun. But yeah.
Okay. How about you? You a football fan? I think the Giants are getting killed behind me.
I don't really have a particular team, but I'll say the Eagles. I know it's gonna upset some people.
When your playing career is over, do you still want to be involved, whether it's coaching or something with soccer?
I think so. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen, but I don't really think I'm gonna end up going pro. But I do really I would love to have some involvement with soccer after college.
Okay. Wow. Brain fart. Oh, do you have a what's your go-to song to get you pumped up before a game?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't really have a specific song, but I'll just say like house music, anything like that.
Does the team have a playlist? Does,
Oh, we have playlists, yeah.
okay. Okay. That's the new thing. All right, let's talk about your future. You're going through the recruitment process,
hmm
which is I know stressful from all the players I talk to. What are some things you're looking for when you're visiting campuses?
Um, when I'm I really want to be like somewhere. I don't want to be really in the middle of nowhere, just like either around a city or near some sort of like area or like town. But yeah, I also really like my campus size, like preferably is either like medium or a little bit larger. Um, but yeah,
Location in the country, does that matter? Like
I mean, I don't know, like you never know what's gonna happen, but I'd probably want to say like the Northeast a little bit, maybe a little bit south.
I've been doing these interviews since COVID, and it's weird how every year the trend kind of changes. Like when I first started, everyone it was Florida, South
Yeah.
Carolina, Florida, like down south. And recently, it's been this area, a little closer to home, and the Northeast. So okay. And do you know what you want to study?
I want to study psychology, I think.
Okay. What do you want to what do you want to use that for? Like kids or like, can you have any?
I'm not really too sure yet. I don't have anything too specific, but I think something to do with like business as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, sports psychology is becoming a huge thing too. That's
Yeah.
becoming a very big thing. All right, here's my final question for you.
Okay.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Ooh, okay. I would tell her just to kind of let loose and not overthink everything about like every mistake you make and just to let it go because at the end of the day, that's only going to hold you back.
All right. I appreciate you taking time out today on this cold, wintry day. Are you a summer or are you a winter person?
I'm a summer person.
Okay. So you wouldn't want to be out on the field today.
No.
Either would I. But Sam, thank you for joining me. I look forward to. I know the season just ended, but I actually can't wait for it to start already.
Okay.
Um, Good luck in your spring season, and I'll see you next fall.
All right. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate all the support this soccer season, and whoever's playing basketball. See you starting Tuesday. Have a good night.